Probably the biggest question I get, though, is deciding whether to be an LLC or an S corporation. Interestingly, that's not really an apples to apples comparison. So this is how S corporations come in. So either a corporation or an LLC can elect to be taxed as an S corporation. So an S corporation is not an entity type in the way that you form an entity with your state Secretary of State. Instead, an S corporation is an IRS tax election or tax classification rather than that entity that you file with the Secretary of State. So if you want to be taxed as an S corporation, what you do is you send a form to the IRS letting them know that you want to be taxed in that way. Businesses often choose to be taxed as S corporations to avoid double taxation, and there might be other tax benefits as well. So a lot of times, the old way before LLCs existed, a lot of corporations would elect to be taxed as S corporations because that solved that double taxation problem that C corporations have. Whether S corporation taxation is beneficial for a business depends on a lot of specific variables individual to that business. So that's something to really think about for yourself and talk at length to your financial and tax advisors about. It makes it even harder because the laws surrounding tax and the tax benefits and how they work, these laws are continually in flux, especially lately. Even just in the past couple of weeks, Illinois passed a law relating to S corporations and taxes and how the taxes affect your income taxes. It's complicated and it might change, before it even comes to time to make your decision. So it's something to keep up to date with. You should always discuss the S corporation election benefits with your accountant, CPA, or tax attorney before moving forward with it. We also do have blog posts and live streams about S-Corp taxation if you're interested in learning more. You should also be aware that there are certain requirements to qualify as an S corporation, so it does make them less flexible than LLCs. And in some ways, even less flexible than corporations. So S corporations can't have non-resident aliens, partnerships, or corporations as owners. There can only be up to 100 owners. You can only have one class of stock. And also S corporations, owners of S corporations have to pay themselves as employees. So owners of an S corporation have to give themselves a W-2. So there's less flexibility there and a little bit more administrative hassle. Something that it is possible to do is you can form an LLC or a corporation right away and then elect to be taxed as an S corporation, or you could elect to be taxed as a C corporation if you're set up as an LLC down the line. So the IRS has a window each year when businesses can make this election. So a lot of business owners decide, okay, LLC is the easiest. We want to make sure we get that liability protection right away. We don't need to make that S corporation decision right away. We want administrative ease from the get-go. There's so much involved in starting a business. We'll think about S corporation later, but we just want to get a move on getting our entity set up and getting that liability protection going. And that makes a lot of sense to me. Again, though, highly recommend talking with your accountant, tax attorney, or CPA to discuss the best tax status for your business. But make sure that you're not doing the worst case scenario from a legal standpoint, which is procrastination.